The Minecraft movie. Is it an absolute gem of cinema, the likes of The Godfather or The Shawshank Redemption? Or is it an atrocious crime against the movie industry? As with most things, the answer is somewhere in between. The movie fails at any and every point during its 1 hour and 40-minute runtime to even consider taking itself seriously, which works both to its advantage and disadvantage. On the good side, watching Jack Black and Jason Momoa running around yelling things like, "As a child I yearn for the mines," and "The Nether," becoming arguably some of the most famous lines in movie history, have really served to boost the popularity of the film. However, on the other hand, watching a movie that refuses to acknowledge itself as anything other than a seemingly large joke based on a game that fans have been playing for more than a decade seems almost like an insult to the fan base of Minecraft. I remember seeing the movie on opening night. The entire experience was one of the best theater experiences I have ever had, and absolutely none of it felt real. The entire movie almost looked like it was made by some AI. The human characters against the CGI backdrop of an uncanny and horrifically realistic Minecraft world is a very uncomfortable sight to see. However, based on the reactions of my fellow theatergoers, I don't believe that affected the viewing experience. I mean, I remember people clapping when Jack Black said, "I am Steve." Everybody loved it. And even though I may seem to be a little harsh, I also really enjoyed the movie. It was refreshing to see something in the theater that wasn't a Marvel movie or a Disney live-action remake. But you know what scenes that aren't good? The entire 20-plus minute opening scene where we follow these characters with no real development waddle around until finally they get to the overworld. You can tell that this movie was not made for people that had any cognitive ability. This was absolutely intended for children who were too young to care or bother paying attention. And you know what? I don't hate it. I think it works. It's nice to be able to just turn your brain off and watch some slop. Everyone, Jack Black especially, was having an absolute blast filming this. But another thing that I don't think works for this movie was the very cliche story where a group of misfits are pulled into a video game world, they finally fit in, they realize that the real world is where they belong, they go back, and everyone lives happily ever after. Sound familiar? That's because it was the plot of Jumanji. Still sounds familiar? It was also the plot of the Mario movie, sort of. And it still sounds familiar? That's because it was the plot of virtually every single other movie based on a video game, and I think a different approach would have been so much better for this movie. Another thing is that I think virtually everyone can agree that this movie would have been so much better if it was fully animated, and it just baffles me that it was not the direction they decided to go in. Finally, I need to end things on a good note. Two good notes, actually. Number one, C418's actual Minecraft music was in the movie. It's very brief, but nonetheless, it's still there, and for longtime fans, it was a huge refresher. But I think that the longtime fans will look at something else. Mainly, the appearance of Technoblade, the famous Minecrafter who sadly passed away. Anyway, the movie is complicated. It's both a stupid, dumb slot movie that won't take itself seriously and can't even decide who the main character is, but it's also a kids movie based on a game fans have played for decades, and honestly, I think it works. It's not by any means a good film or even a good representation of Minecraft, but you know what it is? It's a funny, 1 hour and 40-minute long meme that had the entire theater clapping. And you know what? To me at least, that's worth something.